We're back with Jamie Peterson, the technical director for Players de Knock, based in Escanaba. He's also involved with several other arts organizations in and around Michigan. So we'll start on that note before we share some details of the upcoming Alice in Wonderland performances. I mean, to be so involved in multiple organizations while also carrying out a day job, why is it important to you to kind of help keep the arts alive and well in the area?
The arts are the lifeblood of community. I mean, it is teachers, it serves as a teacher to our youth, to our adults, as to what empathy is, what understanding the human condition is, storytelling, just connecting with people. I feel so absolutely blessed to be as isolated as we are in the Upper Peninsula and have such a core structure and support system for our arts. In a small town like Escanaba, we have a centralized art center that makes art in all mediums available to the public. I couldn't imagine being drawn into a community without that.
And I feel like that's pretty unique to the Upper Peninsula. I mean, I obviously don't have, so much working knowledge of, other rural parts of the United States, but to think about a rural community, it doesn't seem like the arts are going to be what's front and center, and it might not always be front and center, but there's definitely an emphasis, and there's a resource, and there's a certain love in the community to put the time and energy back into it.
It is, and we all have to know our role in advocating for that, as well as education and libraries today, as how important, more important now than possibly ever, in educating our society and community, making sure that information is readily available. With the performing arts in particular, we are a beautiful blend of so many other mediums. For instance, we are doing Alice in Wonderland right now at Players de Knock, and our scenic designer is actually a bit of a naturalist sculptor. This is his first foray in the scenic design. But certainly Dennis Simeon is his name, beautiful designer, such a creative human being, and several of our people that come in to do other areas of the theater, like painting, they are a completely different medium artist and sharing their skills with theater. It's like this conglomeration of all these beautiful art forms, and literary artists, our writers that are writing our material. It's a beautiful synergy across the entire community.
And that's what's really important, I think, about arts, is that there's something for everyone, no matter what your interests are.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I was a theater kid, I was a library kid, so that's where I found my place, is in the theater, where you find acceptance, where other places you might not find acceptance in your passions and what you want to do. But theater does that, and libraries do that for sure, and arts organizations.
Built-in community, an absolute built-in community. And I'm right there with you, Marty, as a young boy going to our library in Escanaba. Mrs. Fatante, who just recently retired, my favorite librarian, no offense.
Shout out to Mrs. Fatante.
Mrs. Fatante. And listen to Hooked on a Book. She's on every Saturday. I love listening to her read to me even today.
Yeah. That people just don't realize how important the arts are for everybody. Whether you're into sports or anything like that, I mean, whether you're into Vegas, you can go see Jesus Christ Superstar, all kinds of things.
The arts, they're truly complementary to everything else we do, complementary to our academics, to our sports playing. They're not this, own thing. I mean, they are, it is its own thing, but it's often treated like this other category and not something to really be integrated into everyday life. And something I really love about the Marquette community is the integration of the arts into our everyday routines. I mean, we have so many murals. We walked on the bike path, and we have, it's painted and it's colorful. So I'm just thinking, as a regular schmegular community member and advocate for the arts, what can I do, and what can we all do to kind of help see the successful future?
Absolutely. And it starts with something super simple, and everyone can do it. Just show up.
Just show up.
Just show up. Show up for that opening, show up for that poetry night at the library, show up for that performance, and allow yourself to actually see a reflection of society in the art in which you view.
Yeah.
Right,
Show
'cause
up and
it's-
put your name as an ensemble. That's what
Yeah.
you're auditioning for.
Yes.
And you might end up, I don't know, being a lead.
I mean, and it's and the shows you're seeing too. It's never frivolous. Sometimes it might seem like, oh, this is kind of an out there story, but a reflection of society.
Correct.
It's a mirror. So just do a little bit of digging and look into it. And opportunity to show up to Players to Knock Theater. A little less than a month from
Right,
now. You've
we-
got Alice in
yeah.
Wonderland coming up in May. You can get some information up on the screen.
We open up on May 2nd.
Wow.
We're going to run the 2nd to 3rd. We have a matinee on the 4th. And we're going to come back the next Thursday, Friday, Saturday and wrap that up. That's going to be the last show of our regular season. Just like NMU's kind of wrapping things up. So are we. Living in the UP, we love to have the summers to ourselves.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
So we kind of take a break, recharge, and look at what's coming next. And we've got a lot of exciting things coming next.
Can you give us
Well,
a preview?
Cliffhanger, maybe.
Okay,
We can
cliffhanger.
do commercial break and maybe stick around for those exciting things coming up when we come back.